Beyoncé, who is a global music icon, mentors and supports upcoming artists through her label Parkwood Entertainment. While many of her signed artists, such as Chloe Bailey, have not achieved the same level of commercial success as their mentor, others are incredibly talented. In this video, we will highlight some of the key reasons why some of Beyoncé's artists have not achieved major commercial success so far. Number 7. Limited promotion. Beyoncé and Parkwood Entertainment, her record label, have a distinct approach to artist promotion that often contrasts sharply with the aggressive advertising strategies employed by many major labels. Although certain musicians make money through multi-platform marketing campaigns that include social media blitzes, TV appearances, and radio play, Parkwood usually focuses more on organic development and the intrinsic value of the music. This philosophy may result in a lack of visibility for new releases because artists might not receive the same level of promotional support that is frequently necessary for breaking into the mainstream. There wasn't as much fanfare surrounding Chloe Bailey's solo music release as there was surrounding the industry marketing campaigns of other artists. This lack of promotion may make it more difficult for an artist to connect with potential fans in a world where visibility is determined by social media algorithms. Furthermore, in the absence of a solid marketing strategy, even well-written songs may struggle to gain traction, which could result in subpar chart performance and fewer streams. For artists, relying too much on organic growth has its drawbacks. While it promotes authenticity, it also puts them at risk of being overshadowed by rivals who employ more aggressive marketing techniques. Number 6. Early solo careers. When artists like Chloe Bailey choose to pursue solo careers in the early stages of their artistic development, there can be grave repercussions. Despite the fact that Chloe x Hal was a successful duo, going solo can be challenging. Artists who work in pairs can benefit greatly from mutual support, cooperative creativity, and shared experiences as they develop a strong sense of identity and confidence. However, they may find themselves doubting their identity as unique artists when they take the stage by themselves. While Chloe's solo debut showcased her vocal abilities, it may not have had the same cohesive vision that comes from years of collaboration and artistic development. Additionally, embarking on a solo career too soon could alienate fans who know the performer mainly from their past group projects. Fans may respond to solo projects differently depending on how they feel about the artist's new direction in relation to their established identity. Ultimately, the challenge lies in finding a middle ground between honoring past collaborations and developing a new path that resonates with audiences. Number 5. Oversaturated Market. The current music scene has been overtaken by an abundance of talented female musicians, making it increasingly difficult for up-and-comers to make a name for themselves. The massive decline in entry barriers for music creation and distribution brought about by the rise of digital platforms has resulted in an abundance of new releases every week. It's possible that this saturation creates a paradox whereby gifted artists struggle to gain recognition and visibility. This implies that Chloe Bailey and other performers face competition from a wide range of newcomers, who are equally eager to attract fans as they do from well-known performers. The challenge is compounded by the fact that listeners are often overwhelmed by choices, which means that even excellent music may go unnoticed. Artists must rely on more than just their talent to succeed in such an environment. They must also develop original marketing strategies and unique branding. This could mean figuring out how to create one-of-a-kind experiences that have an impact beyond the music itself, utilizing social media in an innovative way, and engaging with fans through interactive content. Because the market is saturated, artistry needs to take a more varied approach that goes beyond traditional music production. Number 4. High expectations. The link with Beyoncé can be a double-edged sword for her artists because it can increase expectations from both fans and industry insiders. The fact that these musicians are related to some of the most successful musicians in history may lead many listeners to assume that they should automatically become as well-known and successful as them. Artists like Chloe Bailey might experience a lot of stress because they always feel like they have to prove themselves and continue their mentor's legacy. Demands for immediate commercial success, comparisons to Beyoncé's career path, and criticism of their artistic choices are just a few examples of unrealistic expectations. The environment that this pressure creates, where artists feel compelled to prioritize mainstream appeal over their own creative instincts, has the potential to impede artists' artistic development. Furthermore, anxiety and self-doubt can arise from the fear of falling short of expectations or disappointing fans, which can make it more difficult for them to interact authentically with their audience. Ultimately, artists must navigate the complexities of public perception and personal ambition, striking a balance between the need to uphold artistic integrity and their desire for success. Having Beyoncé as a mentor presents enormous opportunities. Number 3. Branding and identity. Some of Beyoncé's artists are still figuring out the importance of having a unique brand and identity in the music industry. In addition to an artist's musical style, a well-defined brand also encompasses their visual style, public persona, and the messages they wish to convey through their music. For musicians like Chloe Bailey, striking this balance can be particularly challenging, particularly when transitioning from a lucrative duo to a solo career. To stand out in a crowded market, one must have a keen understanding of their artistic vision and how it appeals to potential fans. Without a unique identity, artists risk going unnoticed and failing to capture the interest of audiences with too many options. Going through this process of self-discovery may require some time, experimentation, and a willingness to take calculated risks. Furthermore, an artist's brand is greatly influenced by social media and public appearances, so it's critical that they are conscious of how they present themselves on these platforms. They must develop a distinctive look and narrative that genuinely convey their individuality if they hope to win over a devoted fan base and leave a lasting impression on the industry. Number 2. Industry challenges. The music industry is a fast-paced setting where aspiring musicians face many challenges in their quest to establish themselves. Artists must remain proactive and adaptable in their approach due to the rapid changes in technology, consumer behavior, and industry standards. For instance, the rise of streaming services has fundamentally altered how consumers listen to music, with playlist placement and streaming usage now taking precedence over conventional album sales. As a result of this shift, artists now have to understand the ins and outs of digital distribution, as well as how to communicate with their audience online. Chloe Bailey and other artists may find it particularly difficult to strike this balance because they are frequently faced with the decision of whether to write songs that align with their vision or stick to a more commercial formula. Additionally, many artists may not have the longevity they deserve because of the industry's emphasis on trends, which forces them to follow fads rather than developing a timeless sound. Ultimately, resilience, strategic thinking, and an unwavering dedication to artistic authenticity are necessary for overcoming these obstacles. All of these factors contribute to the competitive nature of the music industry. Number 1. Support limitations. While Parkwood Entertainment's financial support and Beyoncé's well-known brand can help her artists get off to a great start, neither success nor immunity from the challenges of the music industry are assured. Many artists have to manage the complexities of the industry alone, in addition to honing their craft and building their own networks and relationships. It's undeniable that Beyoncé and her team give them invaluable support, but artists also need to actively look for opportunities and manage their careers. This could involve contacting other musicians to work with, interacting with followers on social media, or participating in live talent showcases. It is imperative for artists to ascertain how to leverage their association with Beyoncé while avoiding an excessive reliance on her reputation. The ability to establish a unique brand and establish a connection with viewers is critical to long-term success. An artist must ultimately take charge of their own journey, which calls for initiative, inventiveness, and a readiness to seize any chances or challenges that present themselves. Having a superstar mentor can, of course, lead to opportunities. In conclusion, there are a number of explanations for why Beyoncé's musicians haven't achieved the level of popular success that some had hoped for. Parkwood's marketing strategy, the competitive music scene, and the artist's development schedules all most likely have an effect. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.